What's good, YouTube? Today we're going to go ahead and do 2 cards of the week. It's been really hard to keep up with this because I've had an event every single weekend, and we have that for 5 more weekends in a row, including Vegas. So I'm going to go ahead and knock out 2 at once. 1 gives to Monarchs and 1 takes from Monarchs. This first one is the one that gives. It's Demise of the Land. It's a quick play spell. Activate when your opponent special summons monsters. Or a monster. Select 1 field spell card from your deck and activate it. So basically, you grab Domain of the Monarchs to a special summon. So you get Pendulum monsters or Pendulum players to commit to their resources first that they might not have otherwise. And you go ahead and this basically allows you to chain and get their cards out on the field for you to be able to storm forth and abuse they might not have otherwise put out there if you already had Domain up. Now, the con to this, of course, is being that if you already had Domain up, they can't special from the extra deck. And in order to special from the extra deck, they're going to have to go ahead and do another special summon anyways. They're going to have to use their normal and a special in order to overlay, usually. So you can chain this to cards like Unexpected Die and other things that they might not have used right away, but they probably would have. So the problem is that it has to chain to that. So things like MST that would have already blown up your Domain, you might be able to get them to use on this back row set with the Stormforth if they think you have Escalation. Or something else down tricky, like perhaps counter traps or trap cards in your Monarch deck. It's uncommon, but if you have 2 back rows, you might get them to space 1. But again, most people want because they're prime, but you may get a use out of Twin Twister. Unfortunately, then you wouldn't be able to get to chain this, but your Domain would be gone anyways. Again, it's something that kind of gets them to use their resources first. And of course, for the casual player, you can go ahead and Seal Ori Calcos them or something fun. So the second card is Forbidden Graveyard. The first card was by Matt Gideon, who topped the ARG. This one was brought back to my attention by Nicholas Reininger. I actually had mentioned this about 4 weeks ago, wondering why it wasn't used in BAA format, and that's because you wouldn't get your own. Unlike Dweller, this card negates cards that have already activated. Activated by discarding 1 card. Effects that activate in the graveyard this turn are negated. So it's okay to chain to activation. So let's say you already have Dweller on the field, and they activate Pantheism, and you go ahead and chain here. And they want to chain Prime Monarch and their Erebus from their graveyard on top of this chain. You can put as the next chain link Forbidden Graveyard, pitch your card, and wipe out all the effects that happened in the graveyard. This also will work against decks like the Phantom Knights. Phantom Knights basically, like the trap cards can chain in graveyard. So if you activate Dweller, and they chain a trap card or trap cards in their graveyard, you can chain this on top of the chain and negate the trap cards that we're going to activate, but the cost still resolves, so they'll banish themselves. Forbidden Graveyard and Demise of Land, both very good quick plays, but also keep in mind there are cards going around like Magic Deflector that are negating cards that are quick play cards. So there's actually already side deck tech against both of these as well. So there's a lot of pros and cons to using these within the meta game. Forbidden Graveyard and Demise of the Land both get your opponent to go ahead and use their resources, but they also come at the cost of Forbidden Graveyard itself discarding a card, and if they have Magic Deflector, that really hurts, but it's unlikely if you're not playing Monarchs that they would have sided Magic Deflector. Now, again, shoutouts to Nicholas Reininger and Matt Gucci Gideon for telling me about these cards. Both of them top 16 ARG Dallas, both of the Monarch players. And these cards put in a lot of work both for and against the decks. So shoutouts to them. And put in the comments what you think. Do you think that the chainability of Forbidden Graveyard, being able to stop cards Dweller wouldn't, is worth it? And do you think that Demise of the Land is a better debate card? I don't know about Demise of the Land. It's kind of there. But again, the restriction is that it has to chain to special summons. But at the same time, they're going to have to special summon 2 overlay. So you can get them using their resources where they may not otherwise have, and you can get them starting plays towards an area where they otherwise would not have. So thanks for watching. These have been Cards of the Week. Let me know what you think about them. They're both commons. They're both super cheap right now. Maybe something you might want to pick up.